Adult Talk, a podcast by Adult Work.
Everybody, and welcome one more time to our beautiful podcast. And today, for the first time, Aurora, we are live. So, if you are watching us on YouTube, if you are watching us, wait 1 second. Let me take my here. Wait. Let me take the sound out because it's coming through my headphone and not the sound. If you're watching us on YouTube, remember, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, become part of the family here, and join us on this beautiful journey. If you are on Twitter, follow us as well. You can leave a message. And if you are on Instagram, also, you can leave a message and you can leave also questions to the model. And today we have a very, very, very special guest with us. But before that, I'm here with Aurora Bella. How are you doing today, darling?
Hello, guys. Hello, Juan Amaro. I'm actually very, very excited because today's our first ever live episode. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and today we have with us here a webcam model creator. She's also on an agency, a studio, which she told us about to us. Lucy Lee. Let me just bring her to the stage. How are you doing
Good
today?
morning.
Welcome. Good
I'm
morning.
good,
How are you
thank you.
doing?
I'm great. How are you today?
Very, very good. So nice to have you. Thanks for accepting our invitation to the show.
Sorry, say that again?
Thank you very much for accepting our invitation to the show.
That's okay. I'm happy to be here. It's great to spread a bit of the message of what we're all doing here at Adult Work.
Definitely, definitely. So the first question I'd like to ask you would be, how long have you been within the industry?
So I've been within the industry almost 3 years now. I have quite a different background. I was actually a teacher. I went to university, I did a law degree, and then I did a teaching qualification. I used to teach A-level law. It was the flexibility really of webcam that drew me to Adult Work, being able to be at home with my kids and do what I wanted to do. So yeah, for a long 3 years, I've just advanced my career and enjoyed working with you guys and getting online.
That's amazing. I mean, so wait, let's take us a little bit back to before you start within the adult industry. So before that, before 3 years, you were working within law, you said?
Yeah, I was a teacher.
You're a teacher?
Whoa.
Fully qualified UK teacher.
All right. And when it clicked to you, the adult industry, how did you find out? How did you start? How come you went to that? You changed the career path.
So I saw a TikTok from another agency, and I thought, this looks like a really good opportunity to maybe supplement my income and just give me a little bit of extra confidence as well. So I applied with that agency, but I didn't like the way it was run, really. There was issues within the agency that I thought was not really good for some of the girls. So I thought with my background in business and my background in law, I could build a business myself. So I ended up building my own agency so that I could create a safe space for women to come into the industry and work with Adult Work, learn how it all works and build some confidence and earn some money.
Wow, amazing. So when you found, so you saw that advertised on TikTok from other agents, and then you got interested to start within the adult industry. So what did you do first? You start with the agents, or you went first?
I think it's really important for models. I mean, models can be independent on site. They don't have to join an agency. But I just think as a new model coming into the industry, not only for like just site training and just, learning how to stick to the rules and stick to their own boundaries, it can be a lonely job. So having an agent to guide you through and other models in that agency to support you and, give you tips and maybe have FaceTimes to stop it being so lonely. I do think for new models, it is advantageous to go with an agency, but definitely I think models should do their research and pick a good one, a reputable one.
Okay. Do you remember the first time that you streamed? During the first day that you put the camera and you said, okay, go. How was that experience? How was it? How did you?
I think for a lot of models, we come into this industry not really knowing what to expect. And I think a lot of the media portrays it in the wrong light. And because of that, I think we always expect the worst. Like I even find with my models, the first time they go online, they're terrified. They don't know what to expect. My first time, I remember going online for the first time, I went straight into a private call with a client who clearly saw my legs were shaking. And he kept saying to me, like, you're shaking. Are you okay? Like, do we need a minute? And I was very appreciative of him. But I made a good 70 credits off my first call. I was completely sold in my first week.
Wow.
In my first week or two, I made my whole month of teaching salary in that 2 weeks, doing half the amount of hours with half the amount of stress. Like, I don't know why I would never ever want to go back to the rat race having this freedom.
So you were before 3 years, that when you were not yet on adult industry, you were feeling struggled, like you want freedom, and you found within the adult industry the freedom.
Yeah.
You are your own boss.
Yeah. The industry offers so much more than freedom to money. I mean, that is one big part of it. But the other part of it is, like, who wants to get up at 7 a.m. on a Monday morning and drag themselves to work for minimum wage when you could get up in your dressing gown, log on, you could make triple that in half the amount of time. In terms of life, like quality of life, my stress levels are low. I don't feel like I'm being run on a motor by what society is dictating I should do for a job. I wake up and decide what I want to do that day. If I want to work, if I don't want to work, who I'm interacting with. And I think it's an important message. I mean, me as a single mother, it was important to me to be able to be at home with my children, and webcam modeling offered me that.
It's the flexibility and the potential, I guess.
Yeah, exactly that. It's to me, it is so much more the freedom than the money. That just being at home, just being able to be at home. I know that other mothers feel the same as well, like single mums in the industry. Childcare these days is just so expensive. Single mums are either 50% of the UK single mums are currently living in poverty because they simply can't afford childcare or can't get out to work. This is a solution to the problem. It's not part of the problem, it's the solution.
100%, 100%. So within the 3 years now that you are on the industry, what do you like the most in the industry, or something that you don't like at all?
I'd say the thing I like the most is the connection with other people, not just my clients, but models in the industry. We collaborate highly with other agents, Divine Silk Models, Vixen Models Management. We're collaborators. We have the same morals in terms of what we bring to the industry as people, the support that we show for our girls. Them friendships, I mean, these girls have become my family. My group chat, my own agency, my own models have become my family. The support that you gain from other members in the industry, male or female, is just out of this world compared to traditional workplaces. If there's one thing I didn't like, it kind of counteracts what I've just said, but it's the loneliness. Like, we have the ability to, go on FaceTime, and we do have these connections. But the reality is a lot of us models are living all over the country. So, physical time together isn't always possible all of the time. It's very limited. We have our events, obviously Snap Awards we went to for adult workers VIPs. That was an incredible experience. It's so great to get out there and actually meet people. But so the great thing is the connections, but on the flip side of things, those connections are as simple as like knocking on the door for a cup of tea or walking into the office each morning to see your colleagues. So the negative is also the positive in a way.
Yeah. So talking about the agents and groups, can you expand a little bit on that for us? For someone, for example, maybe there's a model watching us now who wanted to start, become a webcam model, and doesn't know where to start or how to start. So how's your experience? And you can tell us a little bit about your agents as well. And what's the process of an agent or a group?
So the process is very simple, and a lot of agencies you'll find will work the same way. You can usually find them on social media, or you can find us in the adult work group section. Simply drop us a message. We have a website as well, which is doxymodels.co.uk. We have all our information on there, lots of information about adult work as well. things that we've done, like our events, what models gain from being with us. It's as simple as sending an email or a message. We build all our models' profiles, make sure they've got the right ID, submit it all to you guys at AdultTalk for approval. We offer full training. We arrange all their payments. They just literally need to sit back and work, follow the tips and tricks that we've taught them, go online, interact with clients, and make some money and create a bit of freedom of life.
Amazing. So within those 3 years on the industry, do you do mainly webcam show, or you also create content?
I do a bit of both. So I do bits of content. I am primarily webcam, but I do upload. For our agency, we do actually do photo shoots as well, which is something quite rare for a webcam modeling agency. So we do book studios and we take our models out to studios in AdultTalk merch, or, just to get them some photos to upload to the profiles. I think content is very overlooked as a cam model. I think it's an important part of building your brand and building your business, and keeping that connection with clients when you're not able to be online. So definitely content is an important part of it.
Plus the fact of, if you have the content uploads on the platform, it's a passive income, right? So anytime somebody is watching or buying your content, you're earning passive income. Maybe not even online streaming, but you have your content there.
There are so many ways to earn money on the AdultTalk site, which don't necessarily mean live streaming. You have got your cam, which is always going to be the prime method of earning income. But there is ways to chat without cam on to make money that way. You can make money off movies. You can make money off your private gallery. It's so much more than just a cam site. It's an all-rounder. It's got everything, which is why we choose it.
Yeah, we did have some previous podcasts we did. Some models telling us that they were a little bit afraid of showing their face and everything, and then they started straight with phone chat, right? And they really enjoyed, because they made a lot of money with phone chat. And then until they got the courage or feel they were ready to start with the live shows. Using the service. So it's good to know that you are using the service as well. And it's a good pro tip for anybody watching us now. That's very, very nice.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, your biggest earning way is going to be free mode. And if you are a new model, and if you are worried about, going online for that first time, my biggest advice is to just do it, and do it as quick as possible. Rip it off like a plaster, get in there, because I can promise you within 10 minutes, you'll think, what was I so scared about? Every single model I've spoke to in this industry has never regretted going online, has never had a negative experience with being a webcam model. All I've ever seen this industry do for people is grow their confidence and grow their bank accounts. Like, I've never seen negative consequences come of choosing this career.
Amazing. In fact, that's what most of the models, right, Aurora, mentioned to us. They, if they could, they would have chosen the career, the path earlier. So
I would have definitely saved my £75,000 in student finance fees if I'd have known this sooner.
So, well, if you're watching us now on YouTube, on Twitter, or X, or on Instagram, remember, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, follow us. This podcast will also be on Spotify probably this afternoon. If you do have any question to our model today on the audience, you can write them on the comments, and we will read them out. So thank you very much for being here. Remember, we are almost 200 people watching today live. If you are not subscribed to the channel, that was the time. Okay, so one thing I would like to ask as well. So when you started back then, how was the support within family and friends? Because there is some models maybe wanting to start now, and they're thinking, one of the things that keep me back, I'm afraid to speak up or tell people that what I'm doing or what I'm not doing. Yeah. So how was your experience when you start? Did you have support from friends? Did you tell anybody in the beginning? How was that process for you?
You'd be very surprised at how open-minded people are these days when it comes to this industry. I did keep it quiet for a little while. It does take a little bit to build confidence. And sometimes it's just about having, once you've made friends in the industry and you've got that validation and that backing, and you've made finances from your career, and it's different. So once you're making an income and you're supporting yourself, you will feel more confident to go and tell people what you're doing for work, because then it's kind of like, well, I'm earning money and I'm supporting myself off that. So that removes your right for an opinion altogether. Me personally, I had a very positive experience. It didn't take me long to tell people. I told all my friends and family. I've got a supportive boyfriend as well. Most of my friends are in the industry, even people who wasn't before. Once I started doing it, then friends have kind of gravitated into the industry. They see my growth. They see how I've gone from, I wouldn't have had the confidence to do this 3 years ago, even just a simple FaceTime call. I was absolutely, as low confidence can be, even though it doesn't look like it these days. It's been a long journey of just repeatedly doing things outside of my comfort zone. And that's a lot of what webcam is. Models have that burning feeling in the stomach I really want to try this. I really want to see what I can make of it. And, the opinions of others just dictate to them so much. What will people think of me? That kind of fear. And the reality behind it is you will probably find that most people are supportive. Like, nobody's got much of a negative opinion to say anymore, because it is going mainstream. We are mainstream. And it is becoming a fact that this is a loophole. That's how I see it. I feel like this is a loophole, one that needs to be shared with people. You don't have to do it the traditional way. And other people are seeing that as well. And as long as you believe you're doing the right thing for you, other people's opinions shouldn't matter so much. But I do think you will find that when you do tell people, they will support you for it. And if they don't support you, they'll ask a lot of questions. And it's just curiosity. So people who don't understand it, share the message, teach them, because by spreading that, we're breaking stigma across the whole industry, which benefits everybody in this industry.
I agree. And that's the importance of podcasts like this. So people, the mainstream can hear how the work is from the people who work on it, and not just assume that things are done like this or like that, just because of taboos and stuff like that. So yeah, very nice. Thank you very much for that answer. Also, one thing that is very interesting is you're in the industry for over 3 years.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have had crazy requests from clients, right? Is there any crazy request that you thinking, no, this is there a place where you put boundaries or things that you think, somebody at one point someone told me to do this, to do that? Can you share any story with us about that?
Yes, like every model on site has their own boundaries, and it's easy for people coming into this industry just having this image of one type of webcam modeling, which is the type that most people think it is. But the reality is that everybody does this their own way. For me personally, I am more of a girlfriend experience. I like to connect with my clients. I like to learn about them. I find myself more as a therapist a lot of the time when I'm in calls with clients. They like to open up and talk to me. So that's kind of the angle I go. In terms of crazy requests, yes, I still get them. It doesn't seem to change the crazy requests, but it's never usually what people think it is. I mean, I don't know how much I'm allowed to say without going into it, to be honest. I don't want to get you banned on Instagram.
Oh no! We are on. I know what you mean. What? Well, in the audience, we also have some people. I can shout out some names here. We have a lot of people on Twitter sending us messages. Thank you very much, guys. Eagle Forever, Pure Debauchery, Temple Stress. I'm sorry with the name sometimes to ring here. Lucifer. Scout Spicy, hello, darling.
Hello, Scout Spice.
Yeah, we need to rank for you to come on the show as well.
And Molly Moon is cheering for Lucy here.
Molly Moon. You have a question from Luisa Pereira. What's the question?
Oh, that's actually pretty interesting. Any advice for someone who gets anxious about going live? Motivation tips? I'm doing AdultTalk at the moment, but I get really anxious and judgmental of myself and end up not going on sometimes.
Okay, my best advice to you, right? If you saw my hands right now, you would see I'm shaking doing this. We all get nervous. We all get anxious. We're all terrified when we go online, especially for the first time, or if you take a big break from cam and then you go back to it, you get that shaky feeling, that feeling in your chest, and it can stop you. I know this sounds really ridiculous to say, but like I said before, like a plaster, rip it off. Do it anyway. Do it right now while you're watching this podcast. Open your laptop, log in, have a look what clients have been trying to contact you. Get that fire back in your belly about getting that contact with them, making some money again, and do it while I'm here with my voice in your ear. And if you want any more help, you can drop me a DM and I can help you a bit more as an agent.
Wow, amazing. That was a very, very nice pro tip. So everybody in the question there, you guys can see, feel free to leave your questions here, comments, anything. We're going to read them out for you guys as well. Just remember like this, the more you interact with us, the more we produce, the more we create. Okay, so
Flame Fantasy is also here. We had her as guest last week, you remember?
oh, amazing.
Hi, Flame Fantasy.
Okay, another question, because there is some, and I do ask this for all the models when we do the podcast. Of course, you don't need to disclose your financials or anything, but does models in this industry, if the model put the work and they make money, is it money to be made?
Absolutely. If they put the effort in, it's all easy saying, you know, I want to be a webcam model, and people don't often think that that's work, but the reality is that this is a business and it has to be grown the same way as a business. Thankfully, AdultWork's fantastic in terms of the amount of traffic that goes through the site, is that we don't necessarily need to promote on social media. We don't need to post on Instagram. We don't need to post on Twitter. The traffic is all there for us. So in terms of running your business, it is minimal effort with AdultWork. It's the easiest way of doing it. It's as simple as uploading your content, making sure you're going online, making sure you're replying to your emails, your feedback, interacting. It is minimal effort compared to any other job that you will find out there. And as long as you are working that system and you are doing your job, I can guarantee that will return money back to you as long as you are consistent with it.
Amazing tip. Also, how do you promote yourself? Do you use your socials? How do you promote yourself and your agents and your profile? Do you use social media?
I do, yeah, I do use social media. I've got quite a lot of TikTok accounts. I've got quite a lot of Instagram accounts. I mean, I'm 3 years into it now, and it's a lot more to do with promoting the agency Doxy Models than it is to do with promoting myself now. So we've had some crossover, and because of that crossover, I mean, I used to cam under the name Chloe Carter. I've had to change my cam name now to my real name. So this is my real name, like my real legal name, just so to remove that kind of crossover with the agency. But I love creating TikToks and feeding traffic and making AdultWork laugh with my funny TikToks. Like it's great to get, you know, involved in the wider community. Not only that, but by getting involved on Twitter and on social media as a creator, as a cam model, your opportunities start to expand. It expands, you know, not just beyond into like maybe entering award ceremonies and gaining votes and, you know, gaining some fame in the industry. Like all of this is possible. That's not possible in other industries.
End up though changing your AW username to your real name, because we know lots of members out there, they're afraid of sharing their real identity, so they are hiding behind a persona, let's say. So how did you end up doing this?
So because obviously I was running Doxy Models under my real name, it just seemed like the smartest move, because there was coming some crossovers in terms of like my identity and who am I? Am I this Chloe Carter or am I Lucy Lee? So I ended up changing my name and telling my clients my real name. Not only that, but the safety on the site, the safety on AdultWork. Most models feel safe on site. So I haven't had any bad experiences. I'm quite happy to use my real name, my real location, and share a little bit of me with my clients. And that has never ended up in any backlash or any negative experiences in the whole 3 years. So I'm proud to promote under my real name and say this is who I am and this is my job and this is where I work.
Yeah, that's actually pretty amazing that you mentioned it, because something we always say here with Juan Amaro, that you're always behind a screen, so you are in a safe zone. Let's say you're always a click away.
Yeah, absolutely that. You're always safe, and this is what we say to our models in our agency. It's your room, it's your rules. Like if a client comes into the room and you're not enjoying the interaction with them, you can remove them from the room. If they say anything mean to you, you can report them to Adult Work, and Adult Work will act. Like in terms of physical safety, it's guaranteed, but in terms of digital safety, you guys have got our back all the way with that.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the most important thing for members out there, or even people out there who are thinking joining the industry, and they're afraid, like, am I safe joining this industry? Am I not?
Yeah, there is nothing to be scared about in terms of webcam modeling. Also for models, if they are scared of revealing their identity, they have the option of going faceless at first. You know, you can change your identity. You can put a mask on. You can hide your face. You can maybe, you know, put a wig on and change your makeup. You can do things to change your identity until you feel settled enough to kind of be yourself online. And some models never do. Some models never get to the point of breaking the persona. And that's fine, because a lot of this is acting. Like I'd say it is an acting job. You are a persona. You are creating a new person, a new sexual side of yourself to tap into and have fun with. And
You're playing a role.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you need to give that a new name to be able to become that character, then that's absolutely the way for you. For me, it was different. I'm just happy being myself now and promoting the message and helping towards breaking the stigma.
That's very amazing. That's amazing. Regarding the webcam shows, I'm sure there's a lot of people who comes for sometimes just to have a chat, to talk, but there's a lot of people. So do you use toys as well, like love and toys and stuff like that?
I use.
Is this something that you would?
Yeah, I use the Love Ends toy, which is fantastic. It's just a little vibrating toy that you can plug into your room, and it gives the clients the option to tip it, which means you're making money and getting a little buzz at the same time. So it's fun all around for everybody. It's a great way to interact with your clients, to have them feel like, you know, they're being able to give you the same pleasure that you give them. So it's great for things like that.
Absolutely. Well, when we go towards the end of the show, we have some questions that we would like to ask. Okay. We have a warm-up adult talk questions, 5 questions, and then we have another 15 questions that our audience will ask. So I will start with those questions. First question is, blow job or hand job?
Ooh, both.
Okay.
Both together.
Second question, dog style, 69 or missionary?
Missionary.
Group sex, like orgy, or one-to-one?
Both.
Right. Masturbation, solo or together with pepperoni?
Together.
And sex, morning or night?
Both.
Okay, let's go to the second part. Ping pong questions time. Describe yourself with just one word.
Bouncy.
Cool. What's your ultimate turn on?
Breathing in my ear.
Which sometimes can be annoying though.
Yeah. Yeah, double-edged sword. Like, don't breathe too heavy, but don't breathe too light. Make sure you don't tickle, and don't put your tongue in my ear. Just stay maybe 2 inches from the hole of my
Oh.
Just to know you are there.
Third question, kissing or cuddling?
Kissing.
Fourth one, what's your secret weapon to seduce someone?
I'd say my bum.
What's one thing on your bucket list?
What, sorry?
What's one thing on your bucket list?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know that one. Can we pass that one?
Of course.
Absolutely.
I have a huge thing on my bucket. I don't know. I want to go to Thailand. That's one big one.
We can take that.
We'll take
Thailand
that.
It is.
We'll take that.
Yeah. If you could meet and create content with a celebrity, who would that be?
Ooh, Alicia Cuthbert.
Next one, what's the last thing you Googled?
Oh,
You can be honest.
that's a good one. I think it was how to connect my microphone to my laptop.
Preparation, guys. And next one, what's your ultimate fantasy?
My ultimate fantasy. I do quite like the idea of group sex. Now you've put that in my head. It's something I've never done, so that'd be quite a good one. I do like the idea of something on a beach as well. Like, I think it's absolutely rude that I've got to the age I'm at and I've never ever had sex on the beach. Like, someone owes me.
Okay. And next one, what's the weirdest place or even situation you've ever had sex? Which is connected to what you said just now, actually.
In the lecture theatre at my university.
Okay, risky, but you did it, girl. And last one, if you win 1 million today, what's the very first thing you would buy?
A house.
Why not?
Amazing, amazing. Well, this is a very nice chat. But before we go, let's check. Let's have a look on comments and see if we have any other questions over here. Guys, again, thanks so much for taking part of the live stream. You know, this is our first live streaming with Lucy here. And so, guys, we have over 300 people watching us. So if you are, follow us. You will find on the description of the video links for Lucy socials and to the Adult Work profiles, where you can follow us as well. You'll be able to find this podcast after live on Spotify. Twitter will be live there and here on YouTube as well. But before we go, I'd like you to leave a message to anybody who's watching us now. For someone who's maybe starting now and want to start and don't know what to do, and just a general message from you.
Okay, so my final message to you as models, if you are thinking about joining this industry and it is something you really want to do, go for it. Find a reputable agent, drop me a message, I can advise you. You can go to our website, follow me on social media. I'm always happy to chat to people. If you want a FaceTime, like I'll have a quick FaceTime. We can chat in the DMs, however you want. But my final message is, if you are stressed at work, if you are struggling with childcare, if you are sick of bin skin, and if you are looking for a way out, I promise you that this is the road to take. Adult Work's a fantastic platform. I wouldn't work with any other platform. Let's do it. Let's do it. Change your life. Like, that's my final message. Just do it. Don't hold back. If you're scared, someone once told me that if you're nervous about doing something and if you're scared of doing it, it's probably because you should be doing it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Lucy, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to have you with us. And hopefully we can arrange again anytime soon or sometimes in the future so we can chat a little bit more so you can tell us more story about your career.
Absolutely.
And Aurora, thank you for being with us.
Thank you,
Fabulous.
Juan.
Thank you for having me. I had a great time.
Anytime. Thanks, everybody. Remember, we're going to be live every Mondays and Wednesdays. So Monday and Wednesday, expect a new model here with us. So remember, on the description of the video, you will find links for Lucy socials and for the Adult Work. And we catch you guys on the next streaming. Thank you very much. And ciao.